Hi, Mindful. How are you doing? Thank you so much for your donation. It's highly appreciated. Um, she did. How come I'm not seeing a question? Okay, okay. I was the one that didn't see it. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I thought she wasn't here. I want to know his thoughts, his feelings, next action. You can only ask one specific, one question, okay? One general question, unless you are trying to do a you versus them reading, and that's 15-15. Okay. Okay, you can only ask one question that will be treated as a general reading, right? 15 cards for that question. Sorry, someone just pissed me off. I'm pissed. Maybe that's why I didn't see that question. Oh my gosh. So it's someone's feeling. Yes, we can ask that. Yes. Okay. So So first of all, I'm going to use this, all right, I'm going to pull one card from this energy, and I think I'm going to use one of the love decks as well, or, two of the love decks, just to get more information, tap into, different aspect of your question, if that makes sense, okay? All right, so I'm back. All right. Um, So we're going to use the energy oracle. We're going to use this is a twin flame oracle deck, all right? And we're going to use this deck, the cosmic oracle tarot, okay? Um, so let's start, and then we're going to use the tarot card as well, right? So let's see Nada's. Let's see. Okay. All right. Nada's current thoughts and feelings towards. Sorry. Nada's current. Nada's thoughts towards Sorry. His feelings towards Sorry. Interesting. All right. So you have the indecision. All right. The indecision, and you have storm warning. Okay. So this is the devil. I don't like this energy at all. Anytime I see this card, if I'm doing the reading for myself, it puts me in a kind of a bad mood. I don't like this card, both physically and spiritually, right? This card is a card of indecision, okay? This is the card of the someone not being able to make, decisions, somebody not being able to come to you with clarity, or somebody who is not being able to, decide what they want, basically. All right. Like, and this is feelings towards you, the storm warning. This is not good either. Okay, so the two cards together looks like, the devil energy. So the storm warning, it means he has this scattered thoughts, and feelings towards you, right? He cannot get to, he is not really channeling those feelings, in a healthy way, basically. All right. So this is the energy of, the combined energy is the energy of, oh, I'm going to call Solly Solly, or I want to talk to Solly Solly. I really miss Solly Solly. And then the next minute is saying to himself, oh, I'm not even going to call her. Like, I'm not going to call her. Look at what she did to me. I don't like what she did. I don't like this thing she said to me. I'm going to stay and wait for her to reach out to me. She's going to reach out to me. Basically, that's the energy I'm seeing here. And you know what? This energy is also the energy that can, fight with you. I mean, when I say fight with you, I mean this is the energy that can be verbally abusive, or this is the energy that, you know, will give you stress. What I mean is, let's say you're talking to this person now, the conversation can quickly drift into an abusive conversation, or like a quarrel, if that makes sense. Okay, so he is not in a good energy when it comes to you. In fact, this energy is the energy that happens when or after, two people fight. I don't mean literal fight, I mean quarrel. Maybe they insulted each other, right? So if you've not talked to him recently, or he hasn't talked to you recently, it means that he's still staying in that energy, that energy of disagreement that you guys had, a couple of months ago, right? And he can also be making decisions, or he can, you know, when somebody is indecisive, indecisiveness is a decision, right? So he can also, I feel like he's also making decisions based on, this energy that is in. So meaning that he's having negative feelings, right? He's not making any conclusive energy about you when it comes to you. He's just sitting in that space of not doing anything but holding on to past disagreement, if that makes sense. Okay. That happened in the past, but I apologized and he responded this week. He also apologized. Maybe he's confused. So this is energy. I just want you to know that even if he apologized and all that, that energy is still with him, right? So he hasn't really, this is not somebody who forgives you. Okay. So he's still holding on to a grudge, basically, and still being indecisive about you, and you need to be careful as well, if that makes sense. So hold on, let me pull the other energies, right? And you have to also be careful with him when it comes to, I don't feel like it's really time for discussions. Okay. So now that he has apologized to you, you apologized to him, he apologized to you, I don't feel like you should be the one initiating contact right now. Okay. If he initiates, fine, you can answer, like, be that, like, just be brief. Okay. But do not allow for long conversations, as he is not in a good energy right now, and it's showing here. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let's talk some feelings towards you. I told you. So you see, so I asked what his thoughts and feelings towards you are. This card came out and it says stubborn, okay? And then under the deck you have the X. So still talking to somebody right now, okay? Which that's not the main issue, okay? So but it's coming up with this card, stubborn. All right, bossy, selfish, inflexible. So just know that your apology did not hit anything, okay? At that point in time when you made the apology, he must have been moved by it and all that, but it didn't change, you know. There was a situation before you guys had that quarrel, right? There was a situation, okay? So it didn't change the situation, it did not change how he's feeling towards you. He's standing on a place of ego towards you, and he's set in his ways, okay? He's not changing, all right? So I'm going to pull from this deck. What's your another's thoughts and feelings towards you? All right, you have the sexuality card. Interesting. And this card says someone is still figuring themselves out. So this is the card of confusion. All right, confusion. But so let me tell you something about this card. This is a card of confusion when it comes to clarity about dating and relationship, right? So he's confused. He doesn't have any plans for you right now. But if you allow him to have sex, which I think you guys have not before, right? But if you allow him, okay, to be intimate with you, this energy will be intimate with you and still will not be able to decide what they want with you, if that makes sense, okay? And then under the deck, you have caution, all right, caution. And this card says, find out more information, don't overwork yourself, okay? But I'm going to like to pull one more card from this. Ask the same question. His thoughts and feelings towards you. All right. Interesting. So you have date nights. Date nights. So mixed energy. Still the energy of confusion, but it may consider, coming back to you. But what I'm saying is do not allow him to come back to you without clarity, okay? Because if you allow him to come to you without clarity and you guys snap, you go back to your normal way of talking to each other, having that conversation, being close in a way of dating, some people can date you without your consent, okay? So like it can slip into the energy of dating, but it won't be dating. Like it will not ask you out, or it will not move forward with anything, but just some kind of conversation mimicking dating and all that stuff, okay? So you have get ready to be wined and dined. So I'm going to tell you what it's all about, but just hold on. I'm just introducing the cards, right? So let's get into the tarot. Get into the tarot. All right. What are Nagat's thoughts about you? What is he thinking about? What is he really thinking about you? Let's see. What is he really thinking about you? Interesting. Okay. What are his feelings towards you? What are his feelings towards you? Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. It's thought about you. He has thought about having a um he has thought about having a relationship with you, a committed relationship with you, right? Yeah, he has. So he's seeing you in that committed relationship light. So you're not the one with the problem here. The energy you're giving to him is the energy of somebody that is sincere, someone that wants um a stable relationship, and somebody that is emotionally stable is the energy you're giving to him. Because if you're not giving him that energy, he will not see you as a four of wands. Okay, so he sees you as a place where he can go for peace. Okay, he sees you as this person, the woman who can actually make a home, the woman who can keep things in a balanced way. Do you understand? So he sees you as somebody who can keep the peace and quiet and balance of a relationship, somebody who is worthy of being in a committed relationship. Okay, somebody who he can be with be um who somebody who he can be in a relationship with, a kind of relationship that is stable and committed. Okay, and he might be thinking about, oh, should I give her, should I ask for a second chance or not, basically. Okay, so he's also thinking about a possibility of, a new relationship with you, starting afresh with you. All right, so that is a thing, basically. But how does it feel about you? The Hermit card and the Six of Pentacles. This will shock you, anyways, but let me just tell you that this card comes into play again. Remember when this card came out and it comes in with stubborn, right? You have bossy, selfish, and inflexible. All right, so this is the energy of this can come in different ways, okay, but this is the Emperor's energy normally. Okay, he already knows who you are. He already knows what energy you're giving off, what aura you're giving off, what vibe you're giving off. But he wants to see, how far he can actually um move past your boundaries. I'll tell you that. Okay, the Hermit card and the Six of Pentacles, they are two opposing energy. Why this talks about pulling back energy, this talks about giving and taking. And when you bring these two together, this is unequal give and take. It's funny, but it's true. So his feelings towards you is he wants to really, that is why this came out. Okay, that's why I said he's confused and he's not making the right decision. He's not even making a decision about you. Okay, so he's trying to see how he can get you back, but not to benefit you. Okay, to benefit him. So, like I said before, you know how some people date you without your consent. Like they don't ask you out, right? Let me give you a scenario. You meet a guy, maybe you meet a guy online, right? Let's say Tinder, for example. You go to Tinder, you meet a guy, and then you guys start talking. This person sounds sweet, you feel like, oh, this might be my next relationship. This person tells you all the good things about how they want a serious relationship, how they want the ideal woman. They've been looking for the ideal woman, and all they've been getting from the site are just people who wants to take their money, or who wants to have sex and all this stuff, and they are not all about that. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this may be the person I want to date. And then you guys exchange numbers and you guys start talking. Then you, as a woman, you start waiting for this person to ask you out. But no, this person calls you at midnight, talk to you. Hey, how are you doing? How was your day? What are you wearing? When a guy asks you, what are you wearing? You know that this person, you know where this person is going, right? So this person wants to ask you, oh, what are you wearing? Oh, I would like to hit that. I would like to do this and that. And before you know what's going on, if you are not alert, if you're not principled and also alert, because sometimes you may be carried away, you will find yourself having all these conversations with this person and they never asked you out. And then when the real conversation comes and you ask the person, or you say, oh, I thought we were dating. The person will tell you, did I ever ask you out? Some guys are like that, honestly. So this is the energy that this card is giving me. It's giving off the energy of, oh, I know that Sully is a very good woman. I know that she brings peace, calm, quiet, and balance. I know that I can have a committed relationship with Sully. But you know what? I don't want that. I want a situation where Sully will think we are dating, but I mean, she's just giving me what I want anytime I want it. Like, before you know what's going on, you will text this person and they will not respond. They'll feel when they don't want to respond, right? And then later they will text you when they feel bored and they feel, like whatever is going on in their life is hard for them, they are feeling overwhelmed, and next thing is they want you to calm them because your conversations calm them down, right? And then they text you and you text them and you guys get into a conversation. On your end, you'll be thinking like, oh, okay, let's see how this goes. Maybe this person is down for something serious, but in this person's mind, they are not really down for anything. They are down for your energy, for you to give them your energy when they want it to. So this is the energy here. All right. He wants to see how much of your boundaries he can cross without making any commitment. So I need you to be very, very alert and strict with this guy. Okay. Make sure you do not allow him to cross boundaries that he's not supposed to cross, especially when it comes to your energy. I'm not even talking about sex right now. I'm talking about your energy, because energies like this can be draining when the person is not giving in return. Like I said, always, always, you know, let the person give you in return. If they're not giving you in return, then they are useless to your energy. Honestly, that's just the truth. Okay. And if you're the one giving and giving and giving, and every time the person is not giving back, you will get exhausted and you will get angry and you will start feeling bad. That is just human nature. Okay. We are not meant to give all the time. We are meant to give and receive. Okay. So this is the energy. He's trying to see how he can actually pass those boundaries you've created and have something with you without having anything with you, if that makes sense. So I would say this energy is like a kind of, you know, this energy is like a kind of force. It's a trick. Okay, it's a trick. This is considering having a new beginning with you without being committed. That's just the word. Okay. So but then you have the justice card, and then you have the Knight of Cups. What is it all about? Let me just clarify this energy real quick. Okay, what is this all about? Interesting. Okay, so if you let her in, energy is it bringing towards her? Interesting that the Torah card came out here. And yes, the devil. Remember, I said the devil is here, and you have storm warning. Storm warning. That is the Torah card. So this card is even a warning to you about his energy. Okay. So this is all a game. See, this is all a game, and you need, like I will always say, okay. Let me tell you something. Relationship is a game, life is a game. That's just the truth. When you play, make sure you keep your boundaries. That is why you need to operate from a place of clarity when it comes to your life, when it comes to your heart, okay, your emotions. You need to protect it, because not everybody have common sense. I will put it that way. Not everybody have common sense. Okay? Not everybody have common sense. So when you see this card, you have the justice and the king, Knight of Cups. The reason why I actually clarify this energy is because this energy ordinarily is a good energy. This is somebody who wants to do right, right? This is somebody who wants to do the right thing. Somebody who wants to ask you, I'll show you how much they love you and all that stuff. But this energy doesn't tally with the energies I've gotten so far for this guy, right? So that is why I decided to pull like a confirmation, all right? That is why I decided to pull much more confirmation. And this is what came out. You have the chariot and you have ace of cups, okay? And I decided to ask if you give him um, the opportunity to come back into your life, what energy is he coming back with? You have the Eight of Swords in reverse, you have the Sun card, you have the Knight of Swords, you have, and under the deck, you have the Tower card and you have the Devil. Okay, so this tells me that this energy of wanting to do the right thing is just, you know, it's not, it's not, is not sincere. Okay, his energy is not sincere completely, and he's treating this whole stuff as, a competition. All right, like this energy of, if I want to get her anytime, I'm going to get her. All right, so because why do you chase? All right, to make this the person love you, and then you bring chaos into this person's life. This is chaos. Okay, this is, I'm sensing another quarrel coming in. Quarrel. Then you have, this is abusive words. Okay, this is quarrel, abusive words, so verbally abusive. And the reason is going to be because he's indecisive, he's bringing in that devil toxic energy of imbalance. Okay, and let's come back to this card again. All right, so this is a summary of this reading. All right, he is not balanced, his energy looks chaotic. Okay, his energy looks undecided. You will be the one to determine whether you want this you want this energy back into your life. All right, so um how he sees you, he's seeing you as a woman, as a good woman who brings peace. Okay, who brings peace, happiness, and um, emotional stability. All right, but he wants to take advantage of that. He wants to see how much of your boundaries he can cross. He wants to, like, there is this energy of wanting to control your feelings, right? Wanting to make you fall in love with him while he does whatever he likes, basically. He wants you to give him that, um, he wants you to give him your energy, right? He wants you to stand by him and be committed to him while he goes out to do whatever he likes. Okay, he's not going to be committed to you in return. And because of that, you will get angry about it. And at the end of the day, when you confront, what will happen is a quarrel. Okay, is a quarrel. So his energy is not sincere towards you right now. He has no plans for you right now. He has no plans for you right now, and you need to know that. So that in case he comes to you and tells you, "Oh, Sally, I want to, I want you to give me another chance," and you ask him, "What are you coming for? What to what end? To what end? Are you dating someone right now? If you want to date me, then you need to be, completely honest with me and be committed. I do not want to be in that relationship where there's no stability, if that makes sense. Make sure you hold him, accountable. Let him be accountable to you, because somebody reaches out to you, he talks to you today, the other, in fact, don't even give him the chance to reach out and talk to you for a very long time. All right, my expectation about him is, since you guys just apologize to each other, if he's coming back with the calls again or coming to talk to you regularly again, he should have that conversation of, "Oh, I want you back into my life as you know, my girlfriend, let's see, I what I want is marriage. I want us to get to know each other more and then get married. Okay, let him. I expect him to tell you all that. If he's not bringing that up, and he wants to talk to you every other day or at night, just know that he's trying to just play with your energy, just talk to you and not, you know, without taking responsibility, right? So that's the energy I'm getting here. Um, don't let him like let him talk. Okay, let him talk and watch his actions as well. Don't let anybody start calling you, acting like your boyfriend, and then the person is not giving you that energy of boyfriend. Okay, or treating you the way they're supposed to treat a girlfriend. If that makes sense. Okay, so that's what I see. Damn, this is disappointing. Yes, it is. I know how it feels, but you need to know, right? You need to know. Like, um, his energy is not even good right now. His energy is not good. I wouldn't, um, you know, just don't let him take advantage of you. If he's going to change his energy, it's going to depend on him. Okay? Yeah, on him. So just watch him and see the kind of energy he brings towards you moving forward. That makes sense. Okay. And thank you so much for your donation. It's highly, highly appreciated. Okay. Okay. So you versus them reading, right? Have you talked to him again? Have you guys talked again? So how was the conversation like? You guys quarreled. You guys quarreled again, or you guys just had, you know, did you guys argue again? Like that's what I'm asking. He's going to end things with her, but not now. Oh my gosh. You had the conversation with him again. Oh, okay. So let's see. Let's see. What's going on between you guys? The energy between what's connective energy between Andrea and Christine? Connective energy between Andrea and Christine. Strengths. Fifth chakra. Okay. Okay. I got mad because he's going to a place every day and it's like he doesn't even care about the children. Do you see the dynamic of what is going on between, you know, him and her? Do you see the dynamics? I'm just asking you if you know the dynamics or not. And then tell me about it if you can tell me, if you can tell me here, because I mean we are in the reading, right? Because I have something to say as well. Where does Christian stand in this connection between him and Andrea? What are his current feelings towards her? What are his intentions towards her? Where does Andrea stand? I'm falling for mistake. Where does Andrea stand in this connection with him? How does Andrea feel about him? And what are Andrea's intentions towards her? What's his next action towards Andrea in the next action towards Andrea in the next 1 month, next 2 months, next 3 months? Interesting. Okay. Um, what is actually keeping um hold on. What is keeping this relationship between Christian and Maria, the chick together? What is actually keeping Christian and Maria side chick together? The hermits. 5 of Cups. How does Christian feel about Maria Belima? How does he feel about Maria Belima? No, I can't do the right thing. From now, she said she's presenting the situation, everything is peaceful between them, and is making whatever she wants. Do you notice the dynamic between both of them? Because there is a push and pull that I notice between them. There are some times when it feels like he's leaving, his energy feels like he's leaving her. And then you know, when I do reading for you at that point in time, his energy feels detached from her. Okay? When his energy starts detaching from her, most times I will not see her in the reading. But then, as the energy detach, when you come for a reading again and I check the reading, I would see her. And immediately I see her in that reading, his energy will start changing. Okay? That talks about control. All right? Not just physical control. And I feel like you already know this. Okay? Yes. So these are the energies here between you guys. Okay? Um, truth is, for a man, for a man to come across, so before a woman, before like a side chick, we even do like a spell work on a man, right? or before a man is going to meet a woman or a side chick who does beauty spells, sex spells, love spells to keep their prostitution business going, okay, he needs to move out of his marriage first before that can happen. You know, I'm coming, I'll tell you the cards. All right, he needs to, you know, um, he needs to move out of the marriage before that will happen. So at the end of the day, it still boils down to him not making that decision. Okay. So um your first card, throat chakra, okay? So depending on this, the way this card comes out, this means communication or no communication. But in this case, I feel communication. All right. And then you have the angel of strength. It means that something is going on in, between you guys that is not palatable. When the strength card shows up, it means something has happened that is not, something has happened that is not palatable to the person that is being the strength. Okay, it has happened, but the person that is in the energy of the strength will have the, energy or the strength to overcome whatever they are going through. All right, but I feel like this is his energy. When this energy comes out sometimes for some people, it means this is their inability to shift ground or their stubbornness in here. I feel like he's unnecessarily stubborn. Okay, and the more you argue with him, the more he's going to be stubborn. I've told you before that argument will not work with him, which I feel like most of the time she's not using arguments. Okay, she could be using, um, you know, women who use beauty spells, sex spells, beauty spells, and a lot of prostitutes use those, okay, to attract men, you know. There's something we call in Nigeria, we call it kaya mata, okay? We call it kaya mata. Though it's actually spell, is vaginal spells that people put inside their body. When they put those things inside their body, any man that lays with them will start giving them money and the man cannot be able to leave. We have those in here. I'm very sure that they also have it because those Brazilian people, most of them practice the spirituality called Santeria, and Santeria actually came from Africa. Santeria is like an, a refined version of African tradition using Orisha's energy of the deities that we also use here. We also use most of the deities here as well. I can tell you for a fact that this lady in question, she's everything spiritual. And I feel like even her family is also spiritual. There's nothing bad about being spiritual, right? But the way you use your spirituality now determines whether you're a good person or not. Okay? And let me tell you, a lot of people do not care if they harm the next person. As long as what they are doing is good for them, then it's okay. A lot of people do not care about sense of justice. Okay, not everybody's like you, basically. So this is the energy of stubbornness. I wouldn't say that she's the cause of his stubbornness. I feel like this is him. This is his own energy. This is how he is. Okay, he's coming up as somebody who is stubborn. Maybe she's done something to, you know, um, escalate it, but he is naturally a stubborn person. Okay, so um, then you have this card. This card says, "Open your heart." All right. Um, It will help you attract more love. This is the energy that came between the both of you. It means that between the both of you, there's still love, all right? But the love has been beclouded by argument, quarrel, and whatever she's doing, under the scene. Okay, so this card confirms that there is still love between the both of you. Okay, so and then you have childish. So remember what I told you, him just being stubborn. Okay, the real problem is with him, it lies with him. All right, so childish, you have immature, argumentative, and playing the victim. Okay, he is still wanting you to be the bigger person while he goes out and do whatever he likes. Okay, you may have been the type of person that have been given to him for years. Like, you've been the type, I feel like you've been the bigger person even for years. Okay, I feel like um in the relationship you must have given, like, there is this dynamic I can feel. It seems like you know you've been the bigger person most of the time in the relationship. Like, you've tried to overlook him, you've tried to, like, you know um in little things. This happens in little things, not like you've given him the opportunity to cheat on you in the past. No. Okay, it's in little things these things shows up. It's like you being the bigger person in situations where you would have hold him or held him responsible or accountable. Yes, yeah, that's the word, accountable. So now it's bringing this energy towards you. You want you to accept it. It's never accept it, because if you accept it, you're going to accept it forever. You're going to be in pain forever. You need to draw your boundaries, okay? Because men naturally would test your boundaries. It's the way, you know, you receive it that will tell them whether you are tolerating their bad behaviors or not. And never ever reward him for treating you bad, because if you reward him for treating you bad, you will see worse. That's just the truth. And that is human nature. And the nature of men is to test your boundaries, to see what they can get away with. Once they know that they cannot get away with a specific thing, they will start respecting that boundary. Okay, so never you think that you're too strict, or your standards are too high. There will be somebody who is going to stick with that standard. Okay, so that's just it. I see that he wants to act immaturely. I see that he wants to be childish. He wants to be stubborn. Stay in his stubbornness and expect you to agree with his stubbornness. And that will bring you pain if you allow it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I know that she's using all those spell work, but he himself is stubborn, and he has his own faults. And his fault is the gateway to this girl doing whatever she's doing. Okay? Yes. So I'll tell you that. All right. So um his energy towards you right now, you have the Eight of Cups. So somebody moving away is the Eight of Cups. So, but in this case, um, I'll tell you what this means. So you have the Eight of Cups for where it stands in this connection, okay, and how it feels about you, the Empress, and you have the Nine of Wands. You see, when I see this energy, I don't know if I should be pissed off on your behalf, okay, or not. You know, the Nine of Wands is the infantry, is the gods for me, is the gods, because these cards I'm seeing here, let me tell you what it means. He sees you as a mother, he sees you as the Empress, a mother figure, um somebody who keeps the peace, calm, quiet, the balance in the connection. But he is not bringing any balance into it. Okay, he wants a situation whereby he will act like he doesn't give a fuck, he doesn't care. Sorry, I use that word. He doesn't care. Okay, but you will still be there for him like a mother. You know, a mother and a child. For example, you have children, right? You have a son. No matter what your son does, you would accept him like that because you are his mother. The love you have for him is different from the love, a woman that is going to be in love with in future will have for him. And I will tell you, the love of a mother is different from the love of a lover. Do you understand? A mother is always there, whether the child acts in any way, all right? Whether they act, in the right way or in the wrong way, the mother will always be there. The love of the mother will always be there, although the mother will try to correct, okay, and try to redirect, okay? But the mother will still be there. But once a lover's love is once you consistently disrespect the lover, mistreat the lover moves on to get someone else that will treat them right. But he doesn't want that. He wants you to be the mother, he wants you to have that motherly love where he's going to throw everything at you and you're going to take it. And then at the end of the day, he will still act like he's the victim. Like, oh my gosh, this relationship is becoming very, very stressful for me. Like, I've been through a lot with mindful. Like, oh my gosh, should I even move on from this relationship? How dare he thinks that? Like, how dare he feels like he's the victim here when he's not really the victim? Do you understand? So he wants you to be there, and at the end of the day, he comes back and blame you for the breakdown of the relationship, and he is not playing his part. So I feel like you've been like this. You've been the empress to him, the mother figure to him for so long that he feels like he can continue, he can do whatever he likes, and you will accept it. But that's not acceptable. Even if you've been accepting his imperfection without holding him accountable in the past, it is even different from when he starts cheating on you and you know when he starts cheating on you and expects you to take it. And if you continue to allow this, you will be the one to be exhausted. You will be angry all the time. Okay? So that's the energy I'm seeing in him, basically. Where do you stand in this connection? You also want peace, you want balance, you want your home back the way it used to be. All right. He has actually stressed you a lot, making you think a lot, putting you in the eight of swords energy, making you think a lot, making you, sad, all right, not being happy. He is being selfish right now. He's being very selfish right now. You are on the receiving end. He doesn't care about your feelings. Even though he loves you, he doesn't care about your feelings. It's become like a child, the way a child is to their mother. And it's not supposed to be like that. All right? He has, he gets angry for being stressed over the stress it costs and not seeing from your own perspective. Honestly, honestly, I am not trying to tell you what to do, right? But this energy needs to be put in their place. This is the energy that needs to be put in check, if I'm to be honest. Okay? Um, so this is the energy that needs to be dealt with. If you ask me, if I was in that shoe, like honestly, I will even say you're even patient. You're very patient with him. You've been really nice and you've been nothing short of nice basically. But looking at this energy, I even feel pissed off, honestly. I slightly feel pissed about it. All right. Trying to put myself in your shoes, I cannot even be there because I cannot take this. All right. Why personally, I may not even argue at some point, but I will not take it. My silence will not be an acceptance, basically. Okay. So, this is not nice at all, I will tell you. And if you continue to let it happen, honestly, it will not change if you allow it, if you continue to allow this energy. Okay. So, his next action towards you. So, next action towards you actually changed from your past reading, your last reading. You have the King of Cups. Month one, month two, you have the Ace of Cups. 3 months from now, you have Ace of Pentacles. All right. So the this points to him coming around again to ask you back into the relationship. Okay, ask you back into the relationship. Um, I was also trying to see how this lady holds him down. You have the Hermit card, and then you have the Five of Cups. What is holding them together? And his energy towards her, you have the Justice. Okay, he wants to do the right thing, but he's not doing it. That's just the truth. Um, he's not happy. He's not happy about whatever is going on between you guys, and I feel like his unhappiness is spilling into their relationship, and is using her as an anchor, if that makes sense. um Uses whatever she gives to him, whether energy, whatever, as his anchor. And I feel like he's also spending money on him. I saw that he's also spending money on her. I saw that in your last reading. Okay. And I feel like he's trying to use her as a soft landing, since you're no longer there. Okay. And then I decided to see if she's doing spell work on him lately. And with this energy, you have the mage. Okay. This gives me an energy of incense magic. And you have this energy is what the oh, I can't see this very well. Hold on. Make a move. Okay. So this is the energy. By the way, this is the everyday witch oracle card. Sorry about that. Okay. So this is the everyday witch oracle card. Um, so I feel like she has a particular ritual she does, and I don't know what she does, why she does it, anyways. But in spirituality, this is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, why this energy? This energy is deep, it looks long term, but I don't feel like it may be directed to him. I feel like it's just a ritual she does for herself, basically. What have you? I feel like she's into spirituality. She may be working with a spirit guides or something like that. But this energy is a light spell, like an incense spell, like an air spell, whatever the case may be. And I also sense some other things, anyways. Some other things, here and there. But then the fact still remains that your husband wants to be childish. I don't feel like he cannot get himself out of this. He can. With the level of stubbornness, he can get himself out of anything he wants to get himself out of. Okay? But he is used to, taking advantage of you, your kindness, your niceness, your stability, the fact that you give him peace and stability, and he wants you to go the extra mile for him. Why he's not going the extra mile for you? I want to put one card on. I don't know why. Sorry, I need to drink water. Okay. So I want to pull one card for why it didn't actually follow up on when you told him about, you know. Okay. Why did you not follow up on your son's injury? Why did you not follow up? Like I said, he knows what he's doing. Okay, he knows what he's doing. So number one, you have the first card is the two of wands. Okay, the two of wands actually, when it comes to relationship, the two of wands is trying to juggle two things at the same time. All right, but let me tell you, this is the real reason. Okay, this is the real reason. You have the four of pentacles. I feel like um he wanted to piss you off. All right, yeah. Mm, I feel like he intentionally wanted to piss you off. Okay, look. Somebody is reminding you every time that you are an option. Honestly, he's reminding you. He's trying to. This is a manipulative energy. This is the energy of wanting to bend you to accept whatever is given to you. Okay, I feel like him not asking about your child's welfare is a calculated attempt to get you into submission. And that submission is accept me the way I am. He's going to come for you. Once you accept him the way he is, he will come for you. Look at this. You have the King of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. He's on a mission to bend you to his will. He's on a mission to make sure that you accept the fact that he has someone else in his life. Okay, is indirect. This is an insult. I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I'm pissed. This is an insult. This is somebody who, you know, intentionally wanted to make you feel like, oh, whatever is happening to you, our kids, I really don't care. I have somebody I'm going to, I have somebody I'm busy with. This was a calculated attempt. It wasn't carried away by no relationship. He doesn't even love this girl in question, basically, but obviously he's getting something from it. And let me tell you, as per channeled message, what he's getting from the girl that is making him tell you that, you know, he will break up with her, but not now. Okay? um while she is using some light spell work on him, he is getting something. Do you have you ever heard of um have you ever heard of BDSM before? Have you ever heard of all those type of kinky type of sex, restraining? Um um honestly, I don't even want to go into that, but submission type of sex. If you watch the 50 Shades of Grey, you will have an idea of what I'm talking about. For some reason, not just during this reading, I've been having that energy for a while now about him. Those kind of sex, okay, those kind of sex is very, very obsessive. That is why sometimes you do not cross a line. Okay, what is keeping him? It's not like he loves her. He doesn't love her. Let me just be clear. He doesn't love her. Okay, but the fact that he can have fantasies. Sometimes there are fantasies humans have that um he's practicing this on her client. Exactly. This is what she used to hold them. Apart from the spell work, this is one of the strongest things she used to hold them, because This kind of sex can make people go mad, can make people go crazy because it's addictive. It's a type of addiction. When someone crosses the line and they don't have enough self control to detach from that, they will be stuck in that web. Okay, they will be stuck continuously in that web until that person makes a conscious effort to leave. This kind of sex is very, very, very addictive, and that is why you see some couples, they are very, very toxic together, but they can't leave each other because there is something binding them together. Okay, and in this case I feel this is it, because when I look at what is keeping them together, it's nothing. Look at this, you have the hermit card, you have the 5 of cups. It's nothing nice, right? But I see, but when I look at this card, I look beyond this card, I can see that there is a kinky sex going on here, and that is why it keeps telling you that um you know he will break up with her, but not now. So he wants you to be a wife, but then he wants to go and practice all his sexual fantasies with this woman. So this is what he wants, this, he wants that. He cannot, he doesn't want to leave one of them. So he keeps both of you. And he's on a mission to make you accept it. When next it tells you, when next it tells you that, you know, he wants to, you should come back to him. He's going to break up with her, but he just needs you to be patient. Tell him that you guys should have an open marriage where you can go and sleep with whoever you want. You can go and sleep with whoever you like. Of course, you don't mean it, but just tell him that and see how he responds. Because people like to ditch what they cannot take, which I know that he's not going to take it. And see how he responds. You'll see that you guys may even get into a quarrel because of that. So for now, I am seeing that he is on a mission to. This card says it all. Okay, I'm saying that he wants to bend you into, he doesn't want to divorce. No, he wants you to be there, but he wants you to be there on his terms, to bend you to his will, which it's annoying. Okay. Okay. See, he has so you have the 3 of swords and the 10 of swords. He has the ability to leave if he wants to. And you have to make him see that he needs to make a choice between. See, if I were in your shoes, I don't know, you know, he's the one actually financially stable. If you were financial, if I were in your shoes and I was financially stable, I wouldn't ask him why he did not, follow up on our son's injury. Okay, I would only go mute, and the kids will go mute as well. And when he wants to get through to the kids, he will not hear from the kids. I will make sure that he doesn't hear from the kids for doing that for a specific time period, so that next time when there is an issue like that, he would think about the consequences. You are not making him. So let me tell you where you're lacking. You are not making him accountable for all this, for all his behaviors, or most of these behaviors. Okay, you are quarreling, and like I said, quarreling with him only makes him more stubborn. It will not correct him. You can correct him without a word. Okay, next time when your child, have an issue and he doesn't follow up, make sure that the children don't speak with him for a particular, period of time. Take the phone, because that energy shows that he doesn't care. And let him, when you finally talk to him, let him understand that you will not tolerate that, because the more you do it, It will not change if you keep doing that, if that makes sense. Okay? So you don't have to tell him anything. Like, let me tell you something. Be that woman, okay? Be that woman that will not quarrel with him, but will take action immediately. I want you to be very, if you're not strict with this guy, I mean, with him, it will not change. It will continue to take you for granted. You have to be like, you're the one that the responsibility falls on now. You have to make him accountable for all these things. Okay? And the only way you can make him accountable for all these things that he's doing is to punish him. Anytime he goes contrary to what he's like, do what he's not supposed to do, you give him a punishment. Okay? That punishment will correct him. You don't need to talk to him. You don't need to tell him, quarrel with him. Oh, why didn't you ask about the kids? Just make the kids not talk to him for a while. Don't tell the kids anything. Just take the phone. You can even hide the phone and pretend to find it with them. But the truth is, you're trying to make them not talk to him. Okay? When he reaches out to you, you will tell him that the phone got missing, that you've not seen the phone. In that way, he cannot come at you for that reason, and he will feel pain. But in his own mind, he will know that you're trying to punish him. That's the best form of punishment. Not saying anything to the person, but making them own up to their mistake or accountable for whatever they are forcing you to do. Because the way I'm saying this is forcing you to accept, is trying to force that down your throat. And if you're not principled enough, okay, it will force it down on you, basically. So you have to be strong. Like right now, you're not supposed to be operating from the place of love right now. You need to operate from the place of justice and principles. Okay? Operate from a place of principle. Even though I know that you have feelings for him, but at some point, when you love somebody and that love is about to kill you, you will protect yourself. That's my parable, okay, for this situation. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your mental space, because things like this can make you go crazy. Things like this, I've seen people that became bipolar because of this. You have to protect yourself and your energy now, because he's obviously not caring about the consequences of his actions on you and the kids. So you have to redirect him by making sure you punish him for doing things like this. Next time, if he does it, make sure that he doesn't talk to the kids for a while. Okay? And when you guys have a conversation again, just communicate it clearly to him. Politely and clearly. And don't allow him argue with you. If he wants to argue, hang up. Once you do that, one time, two times, three times, he will now get his energy will now shift. Okay? His energy will now shift to the place of, oh, if I misbehave, she will deal with me. Let it be like that. Because the more you keep on giving him space, the more you give him soft landing, to do whatever he likes. You need to keep him on his toes. Okay? So that's my advice for you. You need to be very strict. You need to have principles. All right? Let him know that there are consequences for his actions. Whatever action he does, he brings towards you. And let him know that you no longer take nonsense. Okay, you will not take nonsense, and do it with, don't quarrel. If you see, let me tell you something. Quarreling, see, when you quarrel with people, it tells them that you are weak. But when you act without any warning, the person will be scared of you. Try it and see. Okay? So that's just my advice for you, basically. All right. Right. You're welcome. Thank you so much for your donation as well. It's highly appreciated. Thank you, and you too.